Yeah, that's my feelings in a nutshell. And those.
Oh my god, guys. Guys, is Noboru back yet? Is he back yet?
I don't even know where to start other than saying this is probably the third worst episode in this series.
I literally had to write 4 pages of notes,
Welcome,
guys.
everyone who still cares about the show, to Future Car Buddyfight episode 19. I.e., we don't know how to choose a tone, and we clearly forgot to call in our actors for certain scenes.
What's a budget?
Yeah,
You mean
and
the
that.
thing we spend on cocaine?
Yeah. Spoilers, at least half of this episode was reused animation from the last episode. Certain cases even reused voice work from the last episode. I don't even know how you can do that with a straight face. I think no one's going to notice. Like, even kids will be offended, or should be offended, when they see this sort of crap.
We should just get right into it, because we're going to have to talk about this.
Yeah, let's just start. Like, this is the worst quality stuff I've ever seen in my life.
It's so bad we can't even get mad. So yeah, the episode's fights with Genma beating the shit out of Zanya. Just, first he berates him for being a bad leader. Leader to who?
Yeah, we don't even know if he actually leads something or not. We just know he's a part of a, I guess, what, a company? I don't even know.
Or just a troop, or who knows. Either way, he uses Sparta to literally beat him to the point of actually harming him. We thought these were just holograms. No! The hologram hit him so hard it actually made him bleed. So yeah, and also, you know all that crying and stuff from the preview? That wasn't for the touching moment of Gao getting his brother's card. No, that was just for Zanya getting this shit snapped out of him.
Yeah, like, seriously. Oh no, he lost a freaking card game. His everything is broken. Even his confidence is ruined. To the point where he doesn't even want to see people. Because he lost to not only the guy who beat him last year, but the former champion. Well, not even former, he's still the champion.
Yeah, still champion. So
he's going to be former champion at the next episode because Gao's not going to lose. Yeah, when does he ever lose?
Never.
Exactly.
Besides, he got the meaningful card. His victory's already spelled.
Yep, that flag is one of the strongest flags.
Yeah, so,
except for Kai. Draconic Overlord, sorry. You didn't get through. Now I'm going to cross-ride myself and kill you. And now you just gotta leave knowing that you couldn't bring me back from the dark side.
Kai's not allowed to have fun. So, yeah. It cuts to the next day where Gao and Baku are hanging out at their house and everyone's coming over to hang out. And Suzu has on the TV going, my company's repairing the stadium.
Because, people keep flying through the roof.
Don't worry, they fixed that. So, everyone's hanging out with Gao, and they're like, Gao, we can switch up your deck because they're giving us a day's break to fix the stadium.
No. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This pudding tastes like winning.
Yep, pudding tastes like winning. Tessia and Asmodai still being the only characters in the main group that are actually,
likable.
Yeah. Everyone else is likable isn't even in the group.
Yeah. So, then Kiri and Lampface come in, and
Kukuru.
Kuguru, okay, I don't care what her shitty name is. So, they come in and they're like, oh, we visited Zanya. He's just a little bit bruised up from getting his face beaten in by a dragon, but he's just a little bit more.
But at least his voice had the common decency to come over and say hi, because apparently Kiri's voice did not decide to show up for the first half of this episode.
Yeah. How do you fuck that up that bad?
I'm not even kidding. It literally wasn't Kiri talking for the first 2 times that you talked. It wasn't him again until the fight started halfway through. Like, not even halfway through, like 3/4 of the way through.
Rico, not only have we given up on this show, the dubbers have given up on this show.
Given up on this show. There's this one scene where it's so out of place because it looks like for a second I literally thought my freaking video froze. And I just heard talking going on. And then I realized, oh wait, no, that's actually a part of the episode. They just made it stop so abruptly.
There's this thing in animation called a moving hold, where in order to make it seem like your animation didn't freeze, you make the lines move a little bit. It's very important to have sometimes. I know anime never uses it, but especially for a scene like that, you should put one in!
See, Vanguard has this thing where they make the scenes move even when no one's moving.
Yeah.
They could have done that.
That's a moving hold. They just have the camera panned. Moving hold.
Okay, so let's go. Okay. If they could have just done that, Vanguard does it all the time to make up for the fact they don't have a budget.
Yeah. That's what you do. You put in a moving hold so no one thinks, I think my video froze.
Especially because one of the people talking was not facing the camera, so we couldn't see his mouth.
Yep.
And was, again, not voiced by his normal voice actress. Therefore, it didn't sound like he was talking. I thought the scene...
We even went to the credits and checked.
Yeah, I thought the scene jumped to another part, and we were just stuck on that part because it was... No one on screen had that voice. It was definitely Zanya's voice we were hearing.
You want to know what's funny? Every time we watch one of these episodes, they do something wrong that I'm literally learning in my animation class how to do. Like, every single time. Clearly
on purpose.
I think my teacher's directing these, trying to see if anyone's actually learning from it.
Maybe they know something from Canada. Someone in Canada who works on this. I don't even know. Yes. Continue.
So then Do-Ai comes over, and he's like, Genman wants you to quit, and Gao's like,
No.
And he's like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, I knew you wouldn't. And then everyone's like, wait, so was Genma beating the shit out of Zanya just to try and scare Gao?
Yes. He wanted to beat this kid's ego and his physical body into a pulp just to say, don't fight me, Gao.
I shall break you.
I must break you. And it's like, dude, you're a dick, Genma.
I also like how at one point Drum starts gloating about how he saved Do-Ai, and Gao's like, I don't remember you doing anything. I don't remember
you being there. Yeah, because he freaking was, and he was an asshole looking for pudding while everyone else did the hard work.
And then we cut to Gao's mom, who's in the kitchen getting more dumplings, and then she gets a phone call from the U.S., because apparently the U.S. needs her to teach judo.
Yeah, I know that's not what they call it in the show, but from what we've seen, it's just judo. There's nothing about the technique that seems any different.
But their fighting style's so dangerous that U.S. teachers can't teach it properly.
Does Japan really think that we don't know how to use martial arts?
Oh my god!
Like, come on.
I know we haven't really invented any martial arts really amazingly, but I think we know how to do combat.
Yeah, but to be fair, Japan and even China's martial arts aren't even the main ones used in war combat. That's Muay Thai, a Taiwanese one.
Yeah.
They are the ones with the most dangerous martial art technique because it involves using your elbows, your knees, your hands, your feet, and your head to kill people.
Yeah, and also we got that one Israeli fighting style.
Yeah, like, those are ones that are so dangerous that you would probably need a special teacher to teach it, because if you do those ones wrong, you might kill somebody for doing it. This is judo.
Don't you know Muay Thai?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
That's how I know that this is stupid.
So yeah, we're like, Rico's watching this, and since he does know martial arts, he's like, why is this fighting style so dangerous? I see nothing dangerous.
It's not. It's just flipping. They've never seen him do anything that was actually dangerous to the point where they need to import a teacher overseas to teach them. The internet must exist, because as I found out, this takes place in the year 2030.
Thanks, Crunchyroll.
So clearly there must be an easier way to do this than pay the money to fly her out across the world to do this.
Also, at this point we also realized they just keep throwing away characters. First Noboru, now they're going to get rid of his mom.
Yep, because, spoiler, she decides that she was going to do it.
Yeah. Why do they keep getting rid of the only likable characters?
And she went over there and bitch possessed Do-Ai in the face.
Yeah. And
it was great. Why would they... I don't even know. Continue.
So then there's a party at Gao's house. Everyone's eating dumplings. There's a weird line where it's like, look out, the princess just arrived, when she was in the previous shot.
She was in the establishing shot the whole time. It's kind of hard to miss her, considering her character model is bigger than everyone else's because of that hair and that dress.
She does have one of the best lines in the episode. There's a party in my mouth.
There's a party in my mouth. She says so I don't even know.
So shocked.
Yeah, it was pretty funny actually. I'll give them that.
And then,
but I don't think it was supposed to be as funny in the way that we took it. It was just so awkwardly delivered that I laughed.
Someone put cum in these dumplings.
And it was Tetsuya.
Yeah, it was Tetsuya. So then the whole entire thing with Zanya's voice actor doing Kiri's lines happens.
Oh god, and we were so freaking weird. Like we said before, we looked at that like 3 times to make sure that we weren't crazy.
We were so taken out of the episode by that.
No, that wasn't the part where I got taken out of the episode. What happened next was where I got taken out of the episode.
Well, first it's the adding bananas to the dumplings.
Nope, a little after that.
Because they're so fresh, yo!
And then after that, there's just like, frozen screen capture shots of them just kind of doing whatever. And then out of nowhere, you hear a dog barking. Not even an actual dog. Just
someone going ruff, 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 ruff.
Yeah, none of the screenshots showed that anyone had a reason to do that.
No mouths were moving.
No mouths were moving or anything. Just a dog barking.
That's not how you use a moving hold, guys. You don't have a moving hold when someone's supposed to be talking and we can see their faces.
Like, the only thing I can even think that was it was supposed to be a placeholder for something, and they just forgot to take it out.
Rico, I'm sorry, but I have to be shipped off to Japan. See, these animators are so bad at animating that it's dangerous, and I'm the only one who can teach them.
Apparently, like, this is terrible. I know I'm going to say that a lot, too, but, dude, come on.
Also, like, it is the weirdest succession of sequence for, like, 5 minutes, because first it's the whole entire freeze frame thing, then it cuts to freaking Tetsuya putting bananas into dumplings and hot sauce, and then it goes to Gao's mom seeing the ghost of her son, and then smash cut into the barking!
The barking with other people doing other things, including, his sister, I guess, making something.
Yeah, she was, like, mixing the stuff Tetsuya was just messing with.
Yes, like, it was just the weirdest things, and then we go to Gao's mom crying in her room
alone.
Probably because she's upset that she's in this freaking show. and then it's like I'm trying to get emotion here because it is a touching scene because we find out that she was the whole time she was trying to keep Gao from interacting with too many people because for whatever happened to Yota, it happened because she wasn't around or something.
Yeah,
and she wants to keep Gao as close to her as possible.
And she's training him so that he'll be strong, so he can protect himself.
And now he's on friends, so it's like she feels that she's not needed anymore.
Something traumatized this woman that had to do with her son's death. Besides just that, this is deeper than that. Something happened to him.
Yep, something big happened. Probably the same thing that happened to freaking to Tasku that we still haven't heard anything new about yet.
Did he, like, get gangbanged to death?
I'm pretty sure it's the incident. Whatever made Tasku be in the middle of the mountains for no reason.
Yeah.
It probably involved him. But my point is, we went from people putting bananas and hot sauce into dumplings
to seeing ghosts.
To guy in background barking for no reason. To mother crying over her dead son. To her blowing the door open, crushing the dad behind it because the door flat out hits the wall with him behind it. I'm surprised he came out of that without broken limbs.
Yeah, he got beat up more than Zanya did. And
dude, it's like
this show can't pick a tone.
This tone is so all over the place.
Not to mention that most of these are smash cuts.
Yes, they are.
Oh my god.
And oh my it's really hard. Let's just keep going. This it felt like we watched this for an hour.
Yeah, it did. So then his mom picks the card out from behind the picture frame and is like, I'm gonna give it to you, and it is Sunfist, Sunshine, Impact. It is an item.
Fist, whatever.
It's an item, not an impact.
Yeah, it's an item. 6,000 power to crit. Pay a gauge to equip. If you do a link attack with your buddy monster, I don't know if there's anything else, but long story short, the link attack's power becomes infinity. I.e., you can't stop it unless you stop the attack altogether.
So
It's interesting. I mean, if nothing else, it stops Drago Energy and Wrath of Dragon, things like that, from working. On the other hand, if you destroy the buddy or negate the attack, it doesn't really make that big of a difference either way, because again, numbers don't mean that much to this game in terms of power or defense. But with all that being said, it's still 6,000 power with 2 crit, and it paid only 1 gauge. That's pretty okay, stat-wise.
couldn't Drago Energy still kill the buddy, though, most likely?
Not if your link attack is bigger than the monster,
Oh, okay.
which it is infinity.
Oh, okay.
Because even if, like, say they got 8,000 power like Seeger does, goes up to 11. Okay, I'm still infinity. I still get through you.
Yeah.
Because you can't... I don't know if you know this, everyone, but infinity is kind of infinite.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought Drago Energy worked differently, because I had someone actually do that to me, where they used Dragon Energy to kill the person I was link attacking with, and then they said, well, now you're not big enough to do it. So
That's not how that works, dude. I don't know who told you that, but tell me late after this video and
I forget who I was up against.
Well, tell me... If you remember, tell me. I will personally set them straight, because that is not how Dragon Energy works.
Yeah. I remember it was when we first started playing.
That's not how it works. Dragonic Thunder could work that way. You can blow up one of their guys.
It was before Dragonic Thunder even came out.
Dragon Breath existed then. Stop getting us off topic.
Anyway, yeah, continuing. So his mom wants to play Buddyfight.
She does?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said that. She was like, do they have Buddyfight in America? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, well, I'll play it there then.
Whatever.
So then, Kiri's voice actress is back!
Yeah, the person who voices Kiri came back. And that's how we confirmed that they aren't the same person, because they sound very different.
Yeah. And, so Gao's like, I'm gonna run this card, and Kiri's like, should you? And Baku finally actually has some good advice. He's like, yeah, one card won't ruin your deck.
Yep, because unlike Vanguard, Tech-In cards actually are viable, because if you don't need them, throw them away.
Yep.
It's as easy as that.
So the next day, they're back at the stadium, and they installed a sunroof so that they could stop smashing that damn ceiling.
Probably should have done that in the first place. This keeps happening. I don't even know how they didn't anticipate this sort of stuff happening. They got freaking blimp houses flying around, people with flying buddy seals with giant dragons.
Probably should have just had the stadium be outside.
Maybe.
Yeah, so...
Maybe it should have just been a Coliseum.
Yeah. So, the Tetsu wants to remix the Seifukai song.
Okay, I would like to actually see that.
I would too.
Tetsuya and Azui still good, best characters.
Tetsuya, please don't leave. We don't want 3 good characters leaving. So, the mom is there watching. And
again, but this time for real.
Yeah, for realsies. And once again, as the match starts, everyone take a shot for every time Genma roars and then has the cheater box translate his roar.
In this episode he does it like 3 or 4 times. But more to the point, when he does his charge draw thing, it's the exact same voice work that was done in the last episode. So not only did they use the same scene where he does the charge and draw, but they even used the same voice work that was done for that episode in this episode. They cut a scene from episode 18 and put it into this one so they didn't have to pay him to say the line a different way.
Also, the cheater box literally does, he literally does 4 things off screen.
So they mentioned 4 things. I don't know if they actually do 4 things, but he plays a card, he drops 2 things, and then does some. I forget. I really don't care anymore. This show is stupid. But yeah, he did all this stuff off screen 4 times in this episode because they could not bother to animate him doing a damn thing ever.
Yeah. So the mom is embarrassing her daughter by cheering and getting upset when things are happening to Gao.
Because she doesn't know how this game works, apparently.
Yeah.
You'd think she would have learned her son's interest even a little bit. Since it was, kind of helping him get friends.
Yeah. So, then Gao, Genma summons Seeger, and Gao, punches him in the face with a link attack, which was actually a pretty cool shot.
Yep.
Cheater box.
It's only because they only had to animate one of the 2 from scratch.
Yeah. So then Cheaterbox explains more. Genma gets 2 gauge. Also, Halberd attacks Seeger, and
oh, right, this scene.
Wait, no. Seeger attacks Halberd. He uses dragon energy, and Genma's like, no. He counters it.
Like they'll only get rid of his soul or something like that,
Yeah.
and then the halberd proceeds to be destroyed. And at first I was like, wait a minute, he used dragon energy and made him stronger. How did he get stronger? Like, oh wait, it's because he double attacked, but they didn't explain that, nor did we see Seeger get blown up.
So yeah, you better remember Seeger's effect, or you're gonna be as confused as we were.
No, more to the point, you gotta pay attention, Em.
Yeah, sorry.
Because if you weren't like focusing on the episode, that would have just gone past and looked like Gao used dragon energy, but it didn't matter and just destroyed him anyway.
Yeah. So then Genma starts calling Gao out on the whole Sunfighter thing.
Yep.
Don't really know why, but he does. They don't explain
trying
anything.
to throw his game or something like that. That's what Gao thinks anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, but whatever the case is, that happens, and then what happened next?
They destroy Seeger and Sparta arrives, and they try to attack Sparta, and
You've got a bunch of no-you cards that make me realize that Ancient World's more Danger World than Danger World.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of monsters that do things like spells, and Danger World has nothing.
It's almost as if Ancient World should have just been Danger World.
It's almost like that, isn't it?
So
Well, that would have made sense, though.
yeah, because Ancient World is kind of more dangerous than Danger World.
It is. It's super reckless. But yeah, it's basically a pay life version of Danger World, except for better spells. Which I can at least finally say something about Ancient World that's good. Of course, I'm saying it's good compared to Danger World, which is easily the worst world in this game because no support. Like, it has good potential, but they don't have anything. And I should know, both of us run Danger World decks, and we've tried our hardest to make them work as best as possible, but they get overrun really quickly, especially against double attacking size 3s. Or spell abuse.
We both picked Danger World thinking it was going to be unique.
That'd be an easy way to ease into the game while we waited for our main stuff to come out, and it's like, it didn't even last that long because it stopped being relevant by Character Pack 1 and became completely irrelevant by Booster 2. Because by then, everything had everything good except for them. And then by Booster 3, they won't even have support. I don't even think they're getting any support in the extra Booster 1, for that matter.
They're not.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, so, then, Gao sacrifices a dragon and uses blue dragon shield. He uses a grimoire, and, he gets a Iron Chain Dragon, which is pay 1 gauge, and you reduce the one of a monster's defense by 3.
Now, I thought it was that card that when it attacked your opponent directly, they milled 3 cards off the top of their deck. Oh wait, that's the other Iron Chain Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh!
So yeah, also Parako's getting all the animation in this episode, and by that I mean 2 extra frames.
Yeah, well, sometimes through when she's like, I don't know what she was doing. She was gyrating in that freaking UFO. I don't know what the alien inside there was thinking, because she was just kind of like, do it. She was like, man, stop it. Just show them what I'm doing.
Yeah, you go.
She was just doing this and just like flailing around. And I'm like, this is where your animation went? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. Parko is easily the best girl in this freaking show. But why?
I don't know, man.
She technically doesn't even need to be on screen to know that she's doing things.
And then they confused us. Cause then
again,
because they're like, it reduces their defense by 3. So Sparta's defense is now 2.
2.
When he has a defense of 8.
And then when they attack, and when the Chain Dragon attacks, she says even a size 1 can beat it now with its 3,000 defense. And I'm like, wait a minute.
It's like, guys, can you not do math?
Either that or they meant the dragon had 3,000 attack and she said it wrong because it was written wrong.
Can he use his effect twice?
It's either that or that. It's also, well, I have to assume for that had to happen. Either that or they forgot that Spartan had 8,000 defense, so they just looked at it and it's like, man, that can't happen unless he just kept using it.
Yeah, so,
And maybe it did, and wasn't paying attention to the gauge, because again, it's really hard to pay attention to this episode. There's so much stupid going on.
by this point we were banging our heads against a wall.
Anyway, continue.
So then, as Iron Chain is attacking, he uses a counter to destroy him, and Drum attacks to kill Sparta, and next time...
Yep, the next time we can't even finish the fight, even though...
Maybe we could have taken out that barking scene in order to finish the fight.
Yeah, they could have probably condensed that early scene, did not have as much of the nothing going on. Like, dog barking for no damn reason. Didn't need her going to America. That whole thing could have been cut out.
It's like, stop getting rid of your characters. So...
baby crying.
He knows how bad this episode
Yes,
is.
he does.
So, yeah, and then they say, next time, we get to learn more about Yoda's Mighty Sun Fighter comic!
Yeah, apparently it's a comic. As far as I know, it's the first time this was mentioned in the show.
Yep. First time this was mentioned ever.
Whatever. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I actually listened to the ending theme just for a palate cleanser. We never watch the ending for this show because it's not that good.
Because it's nails on a chalkboard, but we needed something to cleanse our brain.
Like, okay, I don't even think I need to ask, but final thoughts.
Oh!
I agree.
When I can animate a show better than an entire studio can, something is wrong. I am one person. That is a team of at least 50 people.
And as you know, I saw her do it. By hand, no less, too. And, like, mostly no computers involved.
Yeah.
And so, like, this whole company can't do better animation than this.
I really should this summer. I should just redraw an episode of Buddyfight.
Do it. I'm sure we'd all like to actually see it. Of course, you don't even need to do that to prove your point. Like, mention anybody on YouTube who does animations, and I can tell you they do it. Like Dickman, right? He does animations by himself, right?
Yeah, Andrew Dickman does.
And his stuff looks a lot better than this show does.
I know. I watch a couple animators, and I'm trying to think of stuff. Like,
the point is, there's a lot of solo animators. There's a lot of solo animators who do stuff on YouTube by themselves, and they produce better crap than this.
Happy Harry.
And even if you want to say, well, you know, they don't only do, well, I don't even think this is true, but they only do stuff like every once a month or whatever, which some might not. Let's compare it to Vanguard, if you want to play that game. It has a lot less shading, but their models are always on, on model. None of the characters ever look weird or wrong. Most of the time, except that one episode. Yeah, with the big eyes. There's not a whole lot of motion going on, and yet it always feels like things are moving.
Or if you're gonna argue they didn't have a budget, Kill la Kill.
Vanguard doesn't have a budget.
Yeah.
None of the characters move half the time. Like, it's always things are just kind of there with a slight move here or there, like a slight twitch. Otherwise, the episodes are almost no moving at all, with the exception of the occasional walk. It has less of a budget than Buddyfight, and yet it looks way better.
Even if you didn't spend all that money on shading.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. They blew out their whole budget on just making the static models look good instead of actually making it move good, or putting the money into making the plot less stupid.
It's like, and the shading hasn't even been that outstanding ever since like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, like after like episode 5, it kind of went downhill.
Yeah,
really bad.
Where is the money for this show going?
I can't even. Yeah, I don't even know. I can't even say it was funny like as an abridged series one like last week, because they didn't add anything new to it to make it as cheesy and hammy. In fact, they used the exact same scenes from the last episode to put space in.
It's like if Team 4-Star said, "Oh, we released the next episode of Dragon Ball Z Abridged," and all they did was smash cut 2 of the previous episodes together.
Yeah, just called it the new episode. Like, There is no excuse, especially considering they must be getting paid at least a somewhat decent amount.
Team 4-Star does better animation than them because they actually have to do things in After Effects for the lip sync.
True, cut. Anyway, no, this is bad. This is terrible. I don't care if you're a kid, adult, like the show, don't like the show. You can't even tell me for a second this episode was good. In almost any respect except for one.
This show's an embarrassment.
The mom's moral dilemmas are the only thing in this episode that were any good. And even those were kind of knocked off kilter because of all the other stuff that was happening. I tried to get into the mom's problems and her angst, but I couldn't because all I could remember is right before the scene happened, someone was barking like a dog for no reason.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what to say to it. So all I could think the whole time she was crying was bark, 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 bark.
Yeah, all I could think was that a ghost? Why was someone barking? Bananas?
Oh, obviously it was a ghost, Em.
Yeah,
But I'm saying, no, like, imagine if you were seeing this scene, and she's crying, and then next thing, while she's talking to herself, and the dad's listening, you hear, bark, 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 bark. It's like, now if they done that would have been funny, but they didn't do that. No, it was a separate scene that happened for no reason. And all I can say is, why is this here? It's not even a dog barking, it's someone barking like a dog. And why are they barking like a dog? It doesn't have any purpose. It doesn't even match the scenes that we're seeing.
This scene couldn't have been more jarring if during the middle of her crying scene she just let out a really wet fart.
You're disgusting, Em. But it's true. Like, it's... Like, the only way that whole scene could have been ruined more would have been if something happened during the scene. To just knock you right out of it. But it's okay, because the last two scenes did that for you. Because... I guess you can understand what my opinions are. I didn't even say that. Yeah, it's terrible. This episode's terrible. Probably the third worst episode of the series. It's not as bad, story-wise, as episode 6, where Gal feels bad that he beat somebody in a card game because he was a dick to his friend.
I have a proposal
Let me finish.
Okay.
And it's not as bad as the episode where he was like, I don't want to have monsters defend me because blah blah blah. He doesn't actually even give an actual reason. And then he has to get bitched out by the cards to say, you gotta use me like this, it's my job. But it's bad in every other aspect. The animation is terrible. The acting, voice acting, I don't even know what was going on with half the voice acting. Some of them clearly weren't trying. Other ones literally weren't supposed to be there. Or just phoned in their things. Some of them weren't there. I don't even know what to say on that. They literally had an actor not there for half of their line, so they had to get someone else to do it.
Did you get chronic laryngitis all of a sudden?
And then switched them in at last. They could have at least got someone who sounded like them. It's like, come on. You didn't have to grab someone from the cast and say, hey, do these lines for us. We're kind of in a bind. Or at least get, another female, because I found out Lasagna is voiced by a man, surprisingly. And just get them to do it. Not a womanly voiced man who doesn't sound like Kiri. That was the first thing that took me out of this. The second thing was the dog barking. I couldn't take the mom's sad scene seriously because I could only hear the damn dog barking in the back of my head.
And we were just, like, literally, when the scene where Genma does his roar again and you guessed that they were going to go to the cheater box, you paused the video and started cheering.
I did because it was silly. Well, we better wrap this video up because 34 minutes in, this camera is temperamental. But long story short, bad episode. I would not recommend watching it unless you need to do a case study on how not to do an animation.
I have a proposal for Bushiroad. Fire this animation studio, hire DePaul, and just use everyone there as interns.
They won't do it until the season's done.
Yeah.
And they're in Japan, Em. It would cost them more money to hire people overseas to animate it.
I was just saying DePaul do it for free.
I don't even know. But whatever the case is, next will be Vanguard, Pokemon Alpha, Sapphire, and Omega Ruby, please take me away. Please take me to that trumpety bliss. Till next time, everybody.
Good night, everybody.